we'll see, as in this might be alphabetical order. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, because we've got some people out here, after you guys. So, every individual who completes the season as a varsity player in the sport at Jesuit earns a letter. We only get one letter from the school. After you receive your first letter in whatever sport it is, if you letter in that sport again, you receive a pin. So a lot of these guys will be receiving pins, some of them will be receiving letters. First, here is Billy Haynes.
Yes.
No, you get a letter. Sorry. That was a 50-50 shot, and I got it wrong. Not a letter?
What'd you letter it, Billy?
All right, there you go. Thank you. Evan Matter. Yes. Will Peterson will receive a letter from Eddie Smet. This is Eddie's first varsity year. Kevin Vasquez. John Weiss. And Matthew Woolgard. All right. So those are the sophomores and juniors. Let's give them a round of applause. And seniors, come on up. Same thing. Since you were laughing earlier, if you can get this faster. All right. Let me just say a quick something about this group of individuals. This is their senior season, and this is my senior year as a coach and teacher. Some of these guys were the first faces that I saw as a coach, and I didn't have any of them as they were freshmen, but I've had a couple of these guys in the classroom throughout their 4 years, so this is kind of a special group for me, and I'm proud to say that I've been involved in their water polo development for all 4 years. And I'm glad that these guys are coming back. It's always nice to see them there. So thank you. Let's see. Only got a couple guys here who don't, only one guy who doesn't have a letter already, so I can get a bunch of pins out. Just keep standing there awkwardly. All right. Jansen Cohen. Justin Fairbrook. Nick Friedrich. Eric Lasky. Hudson Grieve. Ian Murphy. Michael O'Neill. And Matthew Pearson. All right, senior class, 2013. Okay, there are 5 individual awards for this season. 5 of them. The first award is the Most Improved Player Award. And this particular individual found ways to contribute early on in the season, honed his talents, honed his skills, and towards the end of the season, I was able to convince him to shoot the ball a little more often, and he ended up picking up better defensive assignments, getting down and helping on counterattack defense quite a bit. And this Most Improved Player this year is Billy Haynes. The next award is the Most Inspirational Player. Most Inspirational Player. That can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. But as I thought back on this particular season, I believe it was Southern California. We were in Southern California, and when we go to Southern California, we come up against some teams that are very, very strong, very, very deep, very fast, very physical. And this particular player continued to play in the center on both ends of the pool and take his lumps a lot. And not once during that trip did he complain. Instead, he rose up out of the water to make passes, to take shots, and by the end of the season, I thought he was probably one of our strongest forces for good and teamwork in the water. And that's Will Peterson. The next award is the Defensive Player of the Year award. I'd actually like to go back in time and figure out how he steals the ball as easily as he does sometimes. This particular individual plays great perimeter defense, and when others are in kick-out trouble, he can come in and guard in the hole. And his lankiness is definitely an asset for him in that regard. But this particular individual led or co-led several defensive categories this season. That's had to matter. Offensive Player of the Year. There are all kinds of offensive statistical categories in water polo. And this individual did lead in the one that everyone immediately thinks of. But also, there's an element to this sport where a lot gets dictated by what happens in the middle of the pool, whether the ball finds its way there or not. And don't get me wrong, there were a lot of points during the season when there were some team frustrations about what should be running through the center of the pool. But when things ran through the center of the pool to this individual, good things happened. He drew kickouts, he drew exclusions, he drew 5 meters. He got the ball back out to people on the perimeter. So I think that it definitely stands to reason that Hudson Grieve is the offensive player. And most valuable player for 2012. What do you say about a guy comes down to the pool deck one day and says, "Coach, this is going to be a work hard practice. Today I'm going to work hard." And what's really funny was I noticed absolutely no difference in his work ethic the day he said that and the days when he didn't. Because whenever I was on deck, this individual was always working hard. And between the posts is a tough place to be sometimes. But I don't know that I watched this person get frustrated for more than about a half a second. In a lot of situations where I know I personally would have been very angry, very upset, very frustrated. He kept us in a lot of games that we probably had no business being in. And he had some amazing, amazing runs against teams from Southern California, from the Bay Area, and locally. Eric, congratulations. And also, the coaches for Division I and Division II in the section met last Monday after the championship games. We went down to Lodi and we had a meeting. This was a rather eye-opening experience for me. Not to drive to Lodi, I do that all the time. And in that meeting, we discussed and we voted and we cast ballots over and over again. And the section, first team, second team, and honorable mentions were released. And Evan Matter and Hudson Grieve were honorable mention, and Eric Lasky was second team all sections. So congratulations. So that brings me to the end of what I wanted to say for tonight. Again, thank you to everyone in this room, especially to the players, for making the decision to step up and be where I am right now. Really easy. Really easy. So thank you.